back again, this time with some food prep tips and tricks. I work full-time. I have a family that likes to eat. I like to eat a lot. And cooking plant foods is really simple and straightforward, but just like any kind of cooking, it does take some time and a little bit of preparation and organization, but really not too much, because anybody can tell you I'm not super organized. So today I'm going to start with the way that I normally prep a meal, which is I decide what we're eating, and I do that by looking through my cabinets, through my cupboard, through the refrigerator, and seeing what I have that I need to use, right? What did I buy at the market because it looked really good, it was on sale, I bought 10 of them, and now I really need to cook it. And I usually am picking something that will happen pretty quickly, right? That I don't have to take too much time with. And at the same time that I'm cooking that soup or casserole or stew or whatever, I'm also gonna do whatever I can to get ready for the rest of the meals in the week. That doesn't mean I'm batch cooking a million things. I'm not taking my whole Sunday to cook food for my family for the week. But I'm saying, okay, I needed celery for this dish, so what else can I do with the rest of the celery that I have here? I can cut it into celery sticks so that we have something other than crackers to eat with hummus, right? Because it's easy to open the box of crackers and be shoving hummus in, but if the celery sticks are there and the carrot sticks are there ready to go, chances are, my husband will grab a few of those along with the Triscuits. And then also figuring out how I can use these same ingredients in things I take for lunch maybe, right? So I usually eat leftovers, but anyone here who cooks vegetables knows they cook down really quickly. So I could put a ton of spinach, a ton of collard greens, a ton of whatever vegetable in a dish, and by the time it cooks down, you can hardly see it. It's like gone. So the more vegetables I can shove in, the better. A good example is cauliflower. Now, I'm not going to put this whole head of cauliflower in this soup. It's not even something I normally put in there, but I have a head of cauliflower that's sitting in my fridge saying, cook me, cook me. So I'll be putting a little bit in the soup, and then the rest I'll chop up and roast in the oven. And that way when I go to work tomorrow, I could take some soup with me with some grains, but I can put extra cauliflower in to get those Mac Daddy cruciferous vegetables. So we're gonna start with what I've already chopped up. I know it's cheating, but you don't wanna sit there and watch me chop things forever. So many things start with carrots, celery, and onion. So that's why if I have this size thing of celery, I'm never cutting one stalk of celery. Impossible. I'm gonna chop the whole thing, or at least clean the stalks and have them in a bag, so when I do need it, it's easy to chop. I don't have to start washing things, right? So that's the key. Prep means things are clean, they're chopped, they're ready to go. Here's my onion, right? Same with onion. Do you cook anything without onion? I mean, maybe a cake, but other than that, everything has onion and garlic in it, right? So I have tons of onions here. I buy a whole bag when I go to the market. Why am I just gonna chop one? I'm gonna chop at least enough to get me through a couple of days. You can slice some so you have them for sandwiches. You can, cut them the way you like them for stir fry so you have those shapes, but getting it chopped up, and super secret, if you have a food processor, you just buzz them in there for a second. Takes no time at all. The last thing going in this soup is carrots. Those are the three sort of mirepoix. Mine are a little bigger than a mirepoix. I'm a chunky cook. So again, those carrots are gonna get maybe peeled to make them a little nicer for people to be dipping in a dressing or something, but they're gonna get chopped up or sliced or cubed or something so that people will eat them with dip, so I can throw them into the spaghetti sauce later in the week, whatever. This is a yellow split pea soup that I'm starting with, and these are yellow split peas, and not a lot of people use them generally, but you can find them in most markets, especially nowadays. Markets have everything. This bag was 50 cents. It was on the clearance rack. I'm only sorry I didn't buy every bag they had. I think I only bought half of them, but these are awesome. They're like green split peas. They're very mild, they cook quickly, but they're a little prettier. Like, the soup isn't green, so some people kind of are put off by that, and it's very mild and mellow tasting. It's really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in here. If you're cooking on the stove, can you saute your carrots and celery and onion first yes, please do. But I'm cooking super fast so that I have food for tonight and for the rest of the week, and I have other things I need to do. So I'm not always that finessey. Sorry. So far I've got carrots, onion, celery, the lentils, and then the rest is just spices, right? I'm gonna put a little bit of this cauliflower in, but I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use a bouillon stock. This is better than bouillon. It's no chicken because I don't eat animal foods, but you can use whatever flavor you want. They make every flavor. This is great. It's not a commercial. I wish I owned stock in them, but I really like it. You pick what you like, right? If you like the ones that are already mixed, you know, in the carton, if you have a certain brand that's organic or, you know, has those really nice flavors you like, use that. Whatever works, make your own, right? If you keep all the scraps from your vegetables and you want to throw them in a pot and make your own vegetable stock, awesome. Today, I'm going the easy way. I need a spoon. Let me grab one. This is usually a teaspoon per cup of water. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm making it for my family, so I'm not gonna go super low salt like I should. And I'm gonna put in about 6 teaspoons because I'm putting in 6 to 8 cups of water with this lentils. The other herbs I'm using turmeric, which is really almost like a superfood, really good for your digestion. They show that it's a very anti-inflammatory. It's gonna make the whole soup a brighter, beautiful yellow color. And it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. I mean, if I chucked the whole jar in there, you would be able to tell, but otherwise, not bad. I'm using poultry seasoning because it's like already made seasoning blend, right? It has sage, coriander, marjoram, allspice, celery seed, black pepper. It's perfect. It has everything in it already. So I'm gonna shake that in. You could use a teaspoon, it depends how much. I'm gonna add a little extra thyme, just because I like thyme and I don't want the whole thing to be overpowered with that poultry seasoning. So this thyme, which is a little more of a whole, less ground herb, I'm gonna throw in as well. I know what I forgot to put out here, a bay leaf. We'll put that in too. And then I should have garlic cloves, but I don't because I didn't go to the market today or yesterday or the day before. So I'm using powdered garlic or granulated garlic. It's okay. Yeah, don't stress about it. It's fine. I try to have garlic in the house. My daughter will be like, where's the garlic? We can't live without fresh garlic. I'm like, well, you may not be able to, but I can't. So I'm gonna add a bay leaf, but otherwise that's it, right? Spices, even talking, it only took me 5 minutes. Chopping the vegetables, I know was a cheat because you didn't have to watch me do it, but super quick, right? Scrub them, chop them, make sure your knife is sharp, and watch your fingers. I am gonna throw a little bit of this cauliflower in, just because, again, the more vegetables, the better. So I'm gonna chop it kind of small. My family, I like things chunky. They're not always super chunky loving. So I'm gonna cut just a bit of this. Perfect. And it's gonna cook right down. I'm actually cooking this in the Instant Pot. You could easily do it on your stove. It really takes about the same amount of time because the Instant Pot's gotta heat up and whatever, but I need to go somewhere. I'm doing this on the fly, so with the Instant Pot I can set it and forget it and it'll turn off hopefully on its own when it's done. And no worries, you know, about like the water ratio and all that. You know, do your best to, you know, maybe follow a recipe that's online. I'm sure we'll tag one on this video. But if you put too much water, I can teach you some tricky ways to thicken it. But I'm gonna throw in about 6 cups. So this is 4. I'm gonna go 2 more. This bag of split peas wasn't quite 2 pounds. It's like 12 ounces, so, or 1 pound. So I don't think I need a ton. And we like kind of a thick soup. And that's it. That's it. Oh, salt and pepper. Sorry, I'll throw that in. I don't think I have it sitting here. So that's it for the soup part of it. And then we're gonna talk about how to use these other vegetables and things that I already took out of the refrigerator and are messing up my counter. How can I use them to prep for the rest of the week's meals at the same time?